to make sure they hear it out there, okay? So I'll try to yell it all the way back to West 25th. My old neighbor Todd says, keep it down, keep it down. We were in church together, so I had to keep it down with him. I do want to say, first of all, to Rep. Synenberg and to Rep. Jarrels, thank you guys for your hard work you do downstate. You guys probably know this. I've been looking out at a crew of partners. We all are in this together, but these guys really get it. And Eric, I'm glad you supported me very early on my campaign, and I'm glad to be here for you. And Rep. Jarrels, welcome back to your hometown again, as always. Good to have you. I do see you a lot in this town, which is good. And special thoughts for you because you're about to get married. He's engaged, and he's got a big leg ahead.
I got a Delta boot.
Yeah, we were just talking about trying to be in the moment and be present, and that is so important in public service. What you guys do. And especially as Eric, you said, I mean, your family's here. Being on the road all the time ain't easy. Councilman Schlepper, my good colleague and friend on the county council, tell you a story before you got here. There was a councilman who once said to me, I'm running for county council now. He's no longer on the council, nor is he now a colleague of Bob's, Roberts, but he said, I'm running for county council because the commute is easier. So I said, well, that's an interesting reason to run for county council. But also, homage to you guys who make the trip, you know, and it's a long way every day. So to your son, your wife, Eric, thank you guys for sharing them with us. Just want to say the issue for us is always about alignment. You know, we need representatives who align with our values. And so the work of these two gentlemen, Eric, your work, as you mentioned, our quest to end human trafficking, your work on helping victims of sexual abuse, the work you do in the committees, whether it's really about our government and our effectiveness of the state government, whether it's about your judiciary work, or to both of you gentlemen, whether it is about your climate work. I mean, it translates to human health. The lead work you're doing on the lead service lines and what you're doing to really for human rights and for our victims and helping create better legislation that thwarts exactly that. You guys are rock stars. Is a bunch you know, some of you lobby downstate. We got a lot of folks who unfortunately, I'll just say it among friends, don't get it. And they're out of line with our values. But I'm standing between two gentlemen who do and who stand for us and stand for the health of our citizens and the health of our communities. And Eric, I just want to say I'm glad you got to the office you did. Dontavius, I'm glad you got to the office you did because we need more like you. We need more like you that are aligned with the values of Cuyahoga County. So, yes, I think that was Judge Voder's way of saying, Chris, you've had enough time. But no, I'm kidding. It's an auspicious stage. The last time I was here, right in front of this fireplace, introducing him, it was Mayor Eric Garcetti out of Los Angeles. A lot of people come to Cleveland, Ohio to mine us for good ideas. You know, whether it's the Ohio City Farms next door, the refugee work we do there, whether it's the work we're doing for our immigrants here in Cuyahoga County, whether it's how we are not afraid to say diversity, equity, and inclusion, and we work with community development that's about inclusive growth, right? People come here and see what we do here, and I think they realize it's all of you doing that work. But the people who bring it home downstate and are arguing for us for finances to help your work every day, and for legislation that's responsible, and for being on top of initiatives that actually matter to real people's lives, it's these guys. I wish there were more of these guys and gals down in the state of Ohio, but we got them, we got to keep them, and we got to win more seats. And let's go win the future, you guys. Thank you, Eric. I'm giving it over to Dontavius. So I get to give it to our hometown expat who's back tonight. Dontavius, I've said a few things about him already, but I just want to say to him, you are welcome back to your city every day of the week, brother. We love seeing you up here. Thank you for also supporting our friend Eric Synenberg tonight, and thanks for what you do in the legislature. So, without further ado, one of our hometowners, Dontavius, to bring us home. Thanks, Rep. Jarrels.
Let's give it up for our county executive, y'all. Chris Monet. I think y'all can do a little bit better than that. It's a fundraiser. I am so honored to be here. My 2+ hour drive, I was stuck in traffic. I had a lot to think about, but what would I say to a room of people who know me and a room of people who don't? And I think I want to first start with thanking my brother, my friend, my colleague, Representative Eric Synenberg. What you don't know is it takes a lot to go from Cleveland and travel down to Columbus and fight a good fight, sometimes fight a losing fight, because we don't have enough of us in the legislature. We have 34 members out of the 99. And as you all know, if we do math, we need 50 votes in order to pass legislation. And we got good bills that die because there's not enough of us in the building. And yet, Representative Synenberg every week leaves his family to come to Columbus and fight on behalf of each and every one of you. And I've seen the fight in real time. I've seen him as ranking member of Judiciary, where he is literally peeling back the law to ask the question, what can we do better legally to make Ohioans' lives better? He is the one that is fighting against these draconian, horrible, shitty bills. You can clap for that. They're shitty. And saying, with his legal mind, we can do better. And so, I would love for you all to give the loudest applause you can for Representative Synenberg. Thank you for your sacrifice. Thank you for allowing me to help you kick off your kickoff. I have somebody who I need to shout out. Julia Lowe, come on up here real quick. Come on up here. Come on up. Come on up. Come on up. So this is my robotics teacher, y'all. I was literally in 9th grade. Y'all don't know what I was in 9th grade. I was living in Huff, struggling with identity, didn't know what I wanted to be when I grew up. And it was this woman right here, along with many, many others, who said, you could be better than the neighborhood you were born in. And had it not been for her and her husband, who's no longer with us, I don't think I would be standing in front of you today. And so, in front of all these folks, I'm sorry, I want to say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. This woman has saved a lot of kids' lives. What you don't know, y'all know about Trio back in the day, right? Y'all, I think it's called Cleveland. It used to be called Cleveland Scholars. It changed and it changed again. There was a lot. I was all of them, okay? I was all of them. But this woman right here has shepherded so many at-promise youth through the process of learning what it means to complete a FAFSA, learning what scholarships are available. Oh, your mom and your dad don't have the capacity or time to actually help you complete it. I can do it. This is how you save lives and don't have a title. And so I just want to say thank you. There's so many like you, but you are mine. And I want to say thank you. I love you. So when I was in 7th grade, it took me 2 buses to get literally here on the west side of Cleveland. I went to Garrett Morgan Middle School, now it's the high school. But at the time, it only went from 6th to 8th, and from 89th and Huff, I had to take a 38, and then the 22 and the 25, and it got me here. I walked the rest of the way. And I did that because I was able to test into this magnet school. But I'll tell you, that's not even the part that changed my life. When I was on a bus, St. Ignatius is up the street. Hopefully no one from St. Ignatius is here, but I'm gonna tell a bad story about them. I was on the bus, and there was a homeless woman who was sitting next to me. The bus was crowded. I was that kid with that rolly book bag that put everything in it. It was very heavy, couldn't lift it, just dragged it up steps. I sat next to this woman because it was the only seat left. The only seat left on this crowded bus. People were standing. And I didn't understand at the time, why was this only seat here, yet everyone else was standing? And it wasn't until I sat down and I realized this woman was homeless. Her hair was matted. She didn't have laces in her shoes. And I said, you know what? It's a seat. So what? So some St. Ignatius kids got on a bus and they crossed by everybody that's standing in the back. And they started talking about this woman. Horrifically. This is a black woman, by the way. Horrifically. And no one who was an adult said anything. So I sat there and waited for somebody else to speak up, sat there and waited for somebody else to speak up, sat there and waited for somebody else to speak up, and they're still taunting this woman. So I said, enough's enough. Stop talking about this woman. You don't know her story. You don't know where she came from. And this is all from God. I don't know where I got these words to say it at the time. And then they responded with, is that your mama? Now, I don't know about, I'm going Happy Black History Month, everybody. I'm going to go black for 2 seconds. I don't know about you, but they didn't know where I came from because I was about to throw hands. And it was interesting, the bus driver who was black stopped the bus, kicked the kids off the bus, and then every adult in that bus started clapping. What are you clapping for? Why did it have to be me in the first place? But I knew then what I know now. I was destined to take a lot of people with me and to fight on their behalf. That woman, when she got off the bus, she hugged me and she started crying. And she said, thank you for what you did. No one typically speaks up for me. I was a 7th grader. I didn't know what that meant until much, much later in my life. When you unpack policy, you get to realize that not everybody has a choice in terms of why they're poor. Not everybody has a choice as to why they're drinking tainted, poisoned water. Not everybody has a choice in navigating human trafficking. Not everybody has a choice in the life, their zip code, their parental makeup. But what should be a choice is how the government supports them. I believe in my deepest part of my soul that the work that we are doing, myself and Representative Synenberg, is literally saving people's lives. And I have proof. You can go on my website or on my page, you can see every bill that I've introduced. Bills that remove lead-tainted water from our cities and our villages and our townships once and for all. Is that not changing someone's life? Bills that address human trafficking so that when a person walks into a hospital with their abuser, the person at front who does the assessment separates them to ask the important question, are you safe? Bills that look at how we redefine hate in this state. The Hate Crime Act is a bill I offer. We just had testimony in front of Representative Synenberg's committee. For the first time ever, when this bill passes, we will be one of the many states in this case that will have hate crime laws on the books. Because hate has no place in this state or in this country. Every day, you can clap for that. People may not know who I am, what my position is, what I look like, or what I do. But laws should reflect their humanity. And I will not rest, and we will not rest until we build an Ohio that truly is for everyone, that speaks to their lived experience and says in code, we see you. And until I am no longer in this role, no longer in this position, that is the work that we're all committed to. And so thank you for your donations, your treasury, your support. But the thing I need most is your prayers. Because the work is hard. It's not easy. You have to sacrifice your family time, and you sacrifice feeling down, carrying the weight of people who feel like all is lost. And so your prayers tonight or tomorrow is going to rejuvenate us for the work ahead. I love all of you. I don't know you, all of you yet. I'm going to try to meet all of you before you leave. But I love you. And I want that love to transition and transfer into the laws we build together. And so to Representative Synenberg, to our county executive, to our mayor, to our city council president, Blaine Griffin, thank you for being in this fight with us. Because this is how we build an Ohio that we all deserve. Thank you all. God bless.
I'll just close with a couple words. First of all, I think you see the difference between a first-term legislator and a veteran as far as the speaking abilities. That was amazing. I'm floored. But in all honesty, I will say this. Anybody who says that the Democratic Party of Ohio doesn't have a good bench or isn't ready for this fight to make our state a more fair state, a better state, a more just state, we are committed with our colleagues. And I get to hear every week, whether it's Representative Jarrels, Representative Humphrey, Leader Isaacson, Representative Russo, make these speeches on the floor like you just heard about different bills with this passion. And that's why I am motivated to continue to serve and to be in this fight and to turn our state around. So thank you again for all of your support. Thank you for being here, Dontavius. And
let's party!
let's party!
Let's go!